So before I start this video, guys, let me just tell you one thing. Not in any way am I encouraging people to go and book a ticket and go fly out, because the situation at the moment is still looking a little bit rough. Hello humans, potatoes, spuds, and everything else that exists in this marvelous world of ours. How you doing? So, before you decide to go on vacation, I advise you to watch this video because I will teach you how to go on holiday on a budget. Where are you going? How much are you willing to spend on this vacation? What I really look into whenever I travel is how much it will cost me to go to a certain place, and I like to compare from different websites and what works for me. By the way, guys, this video is not sponsored. Like, I am giving this information for free at my own free will without anyone, you know, paying me coins, even though, I mean, a little bit of coin wouldn't hurt my pocket. Now, what I really like about using Love Holidays is that when you use Love Holidays, the only thing that you need to do is put down a deposit. You don't have to put in, you don't have to wait till you arrive. It's sort of like the same method of you booking. I'm not saying, by the way, on booking.com, not all properties is pay on arrival. So you have to do your research and really like look into it for you to, you know, find a property that tells you that you can pay later, as some hotels prefer that you pay up front, because some people, you will book the hotel and then when you arrive you don't have the money and it's embarrassing. But what is quite similar between booking.com and Love Holidays is the fact that you can book a vacation and you only put in a certain amount of money. For example, let's just say you want to go on a vacation that's like £500. What they will do is they will spread that £500 within the amount of months left for you to go to your destination. So let's just say you were going in July next year, in 2021. What they would do is they would start calculating it from whichever date you booked it. So let's say the 15th of August. You booked on the 15th of August, so you're going to have to pay every single 15th, but you put in an initial deposit covering the ticket per person. So if you've got 3 people, you've got 4 people, obviously you're going to have to pay for those 4 people in that one sum. That's how Love Holiday works. So you pay it spreadingly over the time. Now, what I advise people to do, and this is something that I had to like, I learned this the hard way when I went on holiday, is that you need to remember that when you go on holiday, it's not just about you arriving and getting to the hotel. Like, you need to remember that you have breakfast, lunch and dinner to eat. Like, you have 2 options. You can either book a full board, which is what I actually advise a lot of people to do, especially when you're not staying at Airbnb or you're staying at an apartment or you know, a house, or well, a family friend's house. If you're going to a hotel, my advice is you book full board tickets, because at the end of the day, the amount of money you're going to spend just buying breakfast, lunch and dinner whilst you're away on holiday, that is literally like, you're paying half. In some cases you're paying half of that money with, well, guaranteed breakfast, lunch, dinner, alcoholic drinks, juice. They even give you lunch boxes in some cases. That's why if you're gonna book a holiday, especially for like 7 days or like 8 days, like long period holidays, my best advice to you is that you buy a full board hotel stay, like flight tickets, your room, your breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, everything included, so that when you get on holiday, the only money that you need to save up is the money that you're going to use when you go to do, you know, to the theme parks, to visit historical sites. For even if you bought full board, it does not mean that you cannot go eat outside of the restaurant. Like, you can eat inside of the restaurant. Like, I'm not saying that every single day, because what I noticed sometimes is that when you go to a hotel, the breakfast, especially, I'm basing this on the times where I've had, you know, the breakfast included. The breakfast is the same every single day. So that is one thing to be aware of when you book full board, that you can be having the same food every single day. Lunch and dinner is usually very different, and like, it's varied. It's usually like a buffet with a different variety of food, but the breakfast is like your usual continental breakfast, you know, eggs, bacon, sausages, salad if, you know, if you want to, fruits, juices, but it's very like limited in terms of variety. Like, it's got everything that nationally is seen as a breakfast food. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it's got everything that you need. So in terms of those terms, just switch it up every single day. You don't have to be eating the bacon, sausages and beans every single day. Like, there is toast, there is pancakes, there is fruits, there is, you know, like, it's up to you. Like, every day, just don't be eating like the same breakfast, which is, I did that the last time when I went to Malta. At the hotel, I was having sausages and eggs every single day. That's the only complaint I have about booking full board, is that the food can be very, like, repetitive during your stay. Like, you know, it's all fun and games until you get bored of it. So, like, obviously, that's why I said always bring some extra money, so that when you do feel bored from eating at the hotel, you can just go out, grab yourself a Mackie D's, or go sit somewhere else to eat, you know, wherever you feel comfortable eating. Now that we're talking about budgeting and saving money, my advice to most people is, don't go on holiday with the money you think you're going to need. Always go with more than you think you're going to need. Even if you're going to come back, you're going to have to swap a few euros, then so be it. At least you've got money for you to swap back. Because, child, let me tell you guys a quick story of what happened to me when I was in Italy. I went on holiday to Italy with someone. Something happened and I decided for me to go home much earlier than I should have. And I couldn't have gone home early, and, like, I did not do my research. Like, I went there because I was staying in Genoa, and from Genoa I had to get a train to Milan, and from Milan I had to get another train to the airport. And I went there and I had spent everything that I had, thinking that, okay, I'm gonna get on this train, I'm only gonna need money for this train, and that's it. You know, I had changed everything back to pounds. I think I had about, like, what, like £10 available to my name left, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna use that once I get to Gatwick and go home. No problem. I get to the station and turns out the station is A, closing, and B, the only train I could get was going to be at 4 AM in the morning. So I was just lucky enough that, you know, God was keeping an eye out for me, and this lovely guy that worked at the train station allowed me to sleep at the train station. Like, guys, do your research. Do not be booking tickets and going to places and booking, because I thought I was being slick by booking because the thing is, if you get a flight directly from the UK to Genoa, I'm not gonna lie, it's like, I think it's like, it can cost up to 300, 400 pounds sometimes. Well, back then it was like 300 quid. And if you book a ticket from the UK to Milan, you only actually pay like 70 quid, 70, 80 pounds. At the time, I don't know what the price is at the moment, but that's how much I paid at the time. And then getting a train from Milan to Genoa was only 14 quid. So I was like, you know what? Bargain. I thought bargain, but I wasn't thinking right, because I thought bargain and that's all cool. That would work out if I was going in the morning and I came back in the morning, because all trains are working and functioning at that time. But what I did was I booked a ticket in the morning to go and a ticket in the evening to come back, without realizing and actually doing any research that none of the trains actually function after, I think it was 12 o'clock. And I had no cash on me for me to, like, book a hotel for me to stay in, or for me to go stay somewhere real quick, or even, like, book a cab to where the airport was. Like, I had no P for me to do that. Like, I had enough for my train and that was about it. So, child, before you go to any place, don't just think the budgeting is the most important thing, but research about this place. Like, don't just be rocking up to places because you sort of vlog. Like, do your research. Do your research, because you will regret it. Period. The first one, which is my top recommendation, which I go to every other year with my family, it is Lisbon, Portugal, or even just Portugal itself. Like that, Portugal is super cheap for you to go there. It's cheap for you to find accommodation. My advice though is, if you are going to go to Lisbon, do try to book accommodation a little bit on the outskirts of the city, as Lisbon is a little bit pricey for you to book in, especially during holiday season. The best time for you to go to Lisbon, I would say, is October, November time, because there's less tourists. Like, there is still tourists, but like not as much as in the summer, which is when I usually go. And it's unbearably hot sometimes in Portugal, but I love Portugal. Like, I love Lisbon. I love the Portuguese culture. I'm from Angola, so obviously like there is a lot of Portuguese influence where I'm from, so I feel a whole lot more at home when I am in Lisbon. My second holiday recommendation is Spain. Now Spain has some amazing holiday destinations. I mean, everyone goes to Marbella. Sorry, I had to say it like that. And Ibiza. But those are, I'm not gonna lie, Marbella can be a little bit pricey. Spain does have other places such as Bilbao and you know, the Gran Canaria areas, which are, I know people say it's old people go there, but like if you are really, and Malaga areas is really nice. Like, there's just really nice things to do there. There's amazing gastronomy yet again. Like it's just amazing food, super cheap, great accommodations. I've never struggled with finding cheap accommodation in Spain. Like, you can find hotels in Spain that cost £30 per night, and they are like nice hotels. The last time I went to Madrid for a quick weekend away, I booked a hotel and I had to pay like, what, 60 quid? Because I stayed there for 2 nights. I paid 60 quid only. Absolute bargain. I had a ball, had a swimming pool, 5 stars. Could not complain. But one slight warning: if you do go to Spain and you need the cab driver to drive you anywhere that is 15, well, I can't remember exactly how many kilometers, but there's a certain, do not allow the drivers to finesse you. In Spain, drivers will finesse you. So we got to Spain, we jumped out of the airport and we got a cab, literally 15 minutes, like it was a 15-minute ride from the airport to our hotel, and best believe the driver turns around and drops 30 euros. Sorry? Because apparently, I don't even know how accurate this is, but apparently if you go anywhere that's like the outskirts from the airport, that is not within the airport area, your fee increases and you have to pay like some kind of like airport tax. I know they have it here in Heathrow, but I know for a fact that cabs don't have to pay like a whole like extra £20. I know because we checked, we booked an Uber from where we were and we ended up paying like, I think it was like 12 euros. So we literally got finessed. That's the only thing that you need to be careful with when you get to Spain. Even in Portugal, drivers, to be honest, it's not even... Anywhere in Europe that I've been so far, drivers will try to finesse you. Besides in the Netherlands. In Netherlands, I've never been finessed. I need to stop saying another recommendation, but another recommendation of place where I advise you to go, where you do need a bit more moolah for you to go there, is Paris. Paris, oh my god. I went there, my boyfriend, love ya, he took me there for my birthday. It was absolutely amazing. I went to Disneyland, which was a bit of a rip-off, I'm not gonna lie. We paid 100 euros each with fast track into Disneyland, which I didn't get because everyone got fast track, so there's no point of that. But yes, Paris was amazing. Like, I loved going there. Yet again, like I said, with every other country, it's rich in history, it's got a great culture. The only thing is that it's very, very, very expensive. So if you're gonna be staying in places like, for example, Paris, my advice is that you book an apartment where you can go to the supermarket and buy food that you can put in the fridge and you can cook, which is what I did. We went to the supermarket because we were staying in a studio hotel. We went to the supermarket, bought food, and we cooked most things. I'm not saying we didn't go out for food, because we did go out for food. We were only there for 4 days, but for like at least 2 of those 4 days, it was us cooking the food in our apartment because, you know, I'm not balling yet. But last but not least of the places that I 100% recommend for you guys to go and visit is Malta. Malta actually really surprised me. Like, I never like call me uneducated or whatever the heck you want to call me. I never heard of Malta until we went there and my partner had booked the holiday. Like, I did research before I went. Like, I did research. Like, I'm them kind of people who, if I've got somewhere that I'm gonna go on holiday to, I love watching vlogs. Like, I sit there for a whole year watching the same vlogs of that same place until I go. I think it's just because I'm excited and I really want to see what it looks like, and I want to see the places I want to go visit. But do that too. I definitely recommend, if you're going to go somewhere, watch a ton of vlogs, do a lot of research so that you know where you want to go. And because, you know, some countries have certain restrictions and certain things you can and cannot do. What I really liked about Malta was the fact that there was, I mean, a lot of people that speak English. There was an Iceland. There was a bloody Iceland in Malta. Yeah, there was Iceland. I was super surprised. I was in my cab and I was going through the strip with all the hotels, and I just see the Iceland chilling there in the corner. So I was like, alright, cool. Iceland it is. I mean, we went there especially for us to go buy drinks and, you know, extra snacks just to put inside of the hotel room. I'm not complaining. But Malta is definitely a great destination for you guys to go to. Valletta is extremely historically rich. As I know, as far as I know about Malta, I know that it's got a lot of Mediterranean influence, and it has a lot of influence from here in the UK, as it was actually a colony of England for a very, very long time. It also has Portuguese influence, Greek influence, a lot of, I think it was Turkish influence. I'm not too sure. I don't want to be giving you guys like a bad history geography lesson thing. But yes, the point is that the capital, especially Valletta, is very, very, very rich in history. And you've got places like the Blue Lagoon, which, you know, you guys saw my video recently, which is absolutely beautiful, like such a romantic spot. And I will definitely go back there again. Now, to conclude this video, guys, my point is, before you go on holiday, please make sure that you budget how much you're going to need. Make sure you can actually afford to go on this holiday. Make sure that you've done your research about where you are going. And in some cases, at least learn to speak a word or two, because not every single country you are going to be able to speak English to everyone. Like, there's not going to be someone who speaks English in every single country. So if like an emergency happens, and God forbid something like that happens to anyone of you guys watching this video, even if you can't, at least attempt. Like, you don't, like, I was not born speaking Spanish. Like, you need to learn. If you're gonna go on holiday, do try to learn at least the basics, because you never know, you could get into a picklish situation and you're gonna need a way for you to defend yourself. So yeah, guys, if you guys can, when you go on vacation, try to learn the language. Make sure that you do your research on this country, and that you know what rules are applicable to that country, because some things that you can do here you can't do there, some things that you can bring there you can't bring here. So it's just like, the whole point, do your research. Before anything, do your research. Make sure that before buying a ticket that you have literally looked at least 5 or 6 different websites and compare the prices, because what you're going to find on Booking is not going to be the same price you're going to find on other places. Because you have to remember that hotels and places like that, they are paying these companies to advertise for them. So a percentage goes to them. So they add a percentage to each booking. So do your research in terms of holidays, so that you make sure that you actually got a bargain deal. That's my advice. Now guys, we have come to the end of this video, unfortunately. I just wanted to do like another little educational video. Like, you know, I love giving advice, and it doesn't always have to be relationship advice. Today I wanted to give you guys a little bit of travel advice, just to give you guys a little bit more of a, you know, for you guys to be able to travel more than once or twice. Traveling is expensive. You do have to realize that. So if you are going on holiday, do go with gaps. Like, don't be going, unless you can afford it, by all means, go ahead. But if you cannot, my advice is, if you're going to go on holiday and you want to go on holiday more than once in 1 year, do it in like gap spaces. Like, go in November and then travel again in July. Because that gives you enough time, pardon me, that gives you enough time from the spendings that you have done in November, because you do have bills to pay, unless, you know, you're living with your parents and you've got nothing else for you to pay for, then, you know, but when you've got bills to pay and you have responsibilities, my advice is save. You know, you came back from holiday, give it a break, give it a rest, save up money until it's time for you to go. And make sure that you can actually afford to go on holiday before booking anything. That is my advice. Even if you disappoint people, even if you can't go, even if you disappoint yourself, don't ever obligate yourself to go on holiday because of social pressure, because you want to impress people, or because you want to look cool on social media. Like, it's never about that, because social media, unless they are paying your bills, which, you know, for some people it is, by all means. But if you're not getting any pee from impressing people on social media, don't be trying to glamorize. Ciao. Don't try to glamorize a life or try to fake a life that you don't have to impress people. That's some wisdom advice for you guys. You know I've been speaking about travel, but seriously, your life is yours and only you know what you need to struggle and what you have to hustle with. That's just it. So don't do things to impress people. If you don't have pee, then don't do it. So if you are new and you actually watch this video all the way to the end of the video, thank you very much. I mean, if you like this video, I'm sure you're gonna like everything else. Check out my channel, as I have a ton of videos. I do a little bit of everything. I don't have like a specific sector of things that I do. I just do whatever I feel like doing when I turn on the camera. Feel free to join the potato community so that you can have weekly updates and, you know, weekly videos. Recently I've been uploading every 2 weeks only because I've been super busy with the launch of my cosmetics line, Juice Drops, but I've been super busy with that, so like I've not really had much time, and also I do work, guys, you know, and it makes it a little bit difficult for me to spread the time, but I am trying to do my best to upload. Things will be going back to normal. I will be uploading every other week like I used to. I just wanted to apologize for not uploading as much as I used to. But yes, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you so much for all the love and support to those people who always give my channel some love. Thank you, the potato community, for sticking around, even though I don't always upload. You know, sometimes we lose a few spuds and soldiers, but you know, that's life. That's life. Where the hell did that accent come from? Okay. Right, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to, comment down below about some of your favorite holiday destinations, and I'll see you guys next week.